let me give my disclaimer before I keep talking. So this is a community call to educate the community about holistic healing. All the information and comments are the opinions or experiences of individuals. Unless introduced as an individual, if they're introduced as a doctor, then they are not doctors. So please consult with your own doctor, and best of all, find out what works for your own body. Okay, so I want to share this clip of let's see, Fit for Life, where he's talking about the body and how amazing it is. So for some, I know some of you already know how amazing your body is, but for those of you that didn't listen to those calls, then I want you to hear how amazing your body is. It's about 5 minutes. Okay, here we go.
I sincerely hope you realize how exquisite you are, how magnificent your body is, what wisdom it possesses. It is capable of performing tasks in such prodigious numbers and with such perfection that even to try to comprehend the extent of the intelligence of your body is fruitless. You are a marvel of creation. There are those in the biological and physiological sciences who are convinced that we will never fully fathom the depth of the intelligence that governs the human body. The brain alone is beyond comprehension. Indeed, the most sophisticated computer ever devised can compare to the intricacies of the brain. Joined with its other components, your body is unmatched in power, capacity, and adaptability. As you learned earlier, the human body comprises 100 trillion cells, all working in perfect harmony. Each organ is a marvel in itself. The heart pumping 6 quarts of blood through 96,000 miles of blood vessels. The digestive tract turning food into flesh and blood. Balance always being maintained. Temperature always being kept stable. Lungs supplying oxygen to the cells. More than 200 bones and more than 600 muscles working together to enable you to move in any direction, any time you wish. Ears that allow you to enjoy music. Eyes to behold the glories of a sunset. A sense of smell to marvel at the scent of a rose. Taste buds to take pleasure from food. And more activities too numerous to list, all proceeding with extraordinary precision, simultaneously, for 100 years or more if need be. It is staggering to try to grasp the infinite intelligence necessary to coordinate the activities and precision of the human body. We can only stand in humble awe of it. The magnificent human body. There is a force, an energy, that resides in each of us that directs and governs all the functions just described, and more. That energy was what transformed you from an infinitesimal bit of protoplasm into the astonishing being you are today. It is that energy that knows instantly what to do if you cut your finger. Without any conscious action on your part, the blood coagulates, a scab forms, the wound seals itself, the scab falls off, and presto, no more cut. What heals a broken bone after a fracture? Is it the cast and sling? Of course not. It is the wisdom and power of the body that heals. A substance more powerful than any glue is secreted by the bone at both points of fracture, and the two segments are reunited as strongly or stronger than before the break. This process is neither chemical nor physical. That is man-made. It is biological. Even if you were to fall and break several bones and sustain several cuts, all of them would be healed simultaneously, while all the other myriad functions of the body were also being performed. Such is the power inherent in the energy that directs the activities of the human body. This energy, this force that has been with you since the beginning of your life, never leaves you as long as you are alive. It is an integral part of your existence. This energy that miraculously heals wounds is always there to carry out other, even more serious healing. From this point on, You can be totally confident that whether you are in a state of exuberant health or failing health, this energy is automatically striving for your highest possible level of health under all circumstances. It can do nothing else, as this is why it exists. It is with you fully at this very moment, and always will be. My goal is to create in you a sense of reverence for this powerful energy, reverence that will lead you to support your body in its ability and effort to provide you with vibrant health. We should be in a constant state of astonishment over our bodies, yet we take them largely for granted. We must nurture a genuine appreciation for the unparalleled ability to heal that our bodies possess. It is precisely in this area of acknowledgement of the appreciation for the remarkable power of the body to protect and heal itself that the experts have somehow managed to commit the most astonishing oversight in all the history of the healing professions. What is so mind-boggling is that what they have missed is so glaringly obvious that there's really no accounting for why it has been missed. It's just one of those unexplained mysteries.
Okay, so from that, hopefully you've gathered that our bodies continue to heal itself. It continues to work on itself no matter if our bodies are failing or anything. It continues to work on itself. So when we have something, a lot of times we've been taught to be afraid of whatever it is and to run to the doctor and to, just be scared and take pills and that type of thing. But our body is constantly working for us and wanting some help. So we're going to dig deep into what's going on in our bodies, what's going on. If you see this picture right here, I thought this was so cute. It's the doctor's inside of the body working. So that's pretty much what's going on. So I'll go over this PowerPoint. Those of you that don't have, can't see it, then I'll just read off what it says. So your built-in doctor, how your body tries to heal itself. Okay, so we're going to talk about the power of the human body. Our bodies are incredibly powerful and designed to heal themselves when given the right conditions. The body constantly regenerates and repairs itself. The liver, kidney, skin, and lymphatic system work together to detox and heal. Did you hear that? It works to detox and heal. Healing happens naturally with proper nutrition, hydration, rest, and movement. So when I saw this part, that these systems work to detox and heal, I looked further into it. So doing the research or reading the things about the 120 days, I ran across something that said that our bodies detox itself. And that detoxes are good, don't get me wrong, detoxes are good, but our body detoxes itself when we're doing the right things. When we're constantly putting trash in it, of course, it's like just doing stuff for nothing. How the body detoxes itself. The body has built-in mechanisms to remove toxins and repair damaged cells. The liver filters toxins from the blood. The kidneys flush out waste. The skin eliminates toxins through sweat. The lymphatic system removes cellular waste. The gut plays a crucial role in immunity and detox. Now, the lymphatic system, that clip I just played was from, what did I just say it was from? Fit for Life. I don't know why I forgot that just fast. But anyway, Fit for Life is a remarkable book about the lymphatic system. I know I've mentioned this before, but I can't stress it enough. I did not understand, even when we had callers on, I did not completely understand the lymphatic system. I understand that they keep saying it's the trash bin of our system where it pulls all the trash together. But I didn't understand to what extent. That book explains it so well. I would strongly recommend that anybody get it. Now, I always get the audio books, and this is from the library, I believe, where I got it. But I would strongly recommend listening to it, especially if you have some kind of cellular issues like cancer, or, and I hate to call it cancer because really, Sunshine used to always call everything a condition. So if you have any kind of condition, I would strongly recommend getting that book because it really removes the fear of having any kind of issue going on, because you realize your body is backing you up. Your body's going to help you out no matter what. Okay, so that's what's going on with the detoxing. Now, repairing, how the body repairs itself. So we have the immune response. And you guys should be so fascinated with the body. After me doing this research on this, I'm just even more fascinated with it. So the immune system is always working. It identifies, it fights off infections, it fights off bacteria and viruses, often when we have no idea what's going on in our bodies. Cell regeneration. Every minute, our body produces cells, new cells. For instance, skin cells rejuvenate every 28 days. The blood cells are replaced every 120 days. Did you hear that? So it regenerates every 28 days. That's for the skin cells. And for the blood cells, every 120 days. It regenerates. So if you see what that is, if you're sick, you got things going on, it's not the end of the world. Your body is regenerating new skin cells, new blood cells. So if you feel like, oh yeah, you got a bad report, it's not the end of the world. Your body is creating something new. What, 120 days, your cells. And I'm not saying, okay, like if you're at a point where you're at, you've waited too long, then you might need some help with some certain things, but your body is still working on your behalf. Your body is still working on your behalf, so never, never forget that. Always help your body. Okay, inflammation. When we're injured, the body sends signals to increase blood flow to that area, helping with tissue repair and precisely delivering immune cells. So if we've got something going on in our body in a certain area, it will send immune cells in that area to help heal it. Okay, homeostasis. The body maintains balance automatically, so we don't even have to do anything. It regulates temperature, blood pressure, and pH levels to ensure everything stays in check. This is your body doing this without your even knowledge. Digestive process. Even while we sleep, the body continues digesting food, breaking it down, absorbing nutrients, and eliminating waste. Now, a lot of these things that we already have an idea of, but we don't think about these things. We don't think about all the things going on in our body when we're doing things. So while I was reading these things, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I kind of knew that, but just hearing it and hearing it all at one time, it was powerful. It was powerful to me because I realized, wow, my body is really working on my behalf. Healing from injury. When you get a cut or a bruise, your body immediately begins clotting the healing, forming new tissues and scars so that it could close up the wound. Now we see that, and that reminds me of like a construction site. We see like when we get a cut, all of a sudden there's a scab that goes over it. It's kind of like on a construction site when you see, they put that black tarp or whatever around the area so nobody could see or to protect it. And then they get to work inside. Well, our body is doing that for us. And we really take it for granted. When the body becomes overwhelmed, when overloaded with toxins, stress, and poor habits, the body struggles to function properly. Poor diet, lack of sleep, stress, and environmental toxins can slow healing. I'm going to say that again. Poor diet, lack of sleep, stress, and environmental toxins can slow our healing. Chronic inflammation and disease start when detox pathways are blocked. So the detox pathways would be the lymphatic system, the liver, the kidney, all those different areas that we talked about earlier. The skin, all that. Warning signs appear when the body is struggling. So this is when the body is giving our warning signals. Oh, I've got a headache. Oh, my hand hurts. Oh, my foot is tingling. Every time I lay down and go to sleep, my extremities are tingling, my hands and my feet. I get a leg cramp. I get Charlie horses. My side hurts. Warning signs. They're warning signs. It's not warning signs for you to get all scared and start panicking. They're warning signs to let the body letting you know, okay, look, you're doing too much. Let's scale it back and let's go ahead and take care of these things. Okay, so here are some of the warning signs from the body. The body sends warning signs when it's struggling, so don't ignore them. And these are common symptoms and the causes. So fatigue and brain fog, that's due to toxin buildup and poor gut health. Skin issues, acne, rashes, and eczema is because of an overloaded liver or inflammation. And these are common causes, so it could be something else, but these are the things you would want to check out first and, kind of correct. Digestive problems, bloating, constipation, could be poor gut health and dehydration. Frequent illnesses, weakened immune system. Joint pain and stiffness can be caused by chronic inflammation. Okay? So those are just a few. How to support, and this is the important part, this is the good, this is what's good. How to support your body's healing process. Small daily changes can restore balance and improve overall health. Okay, as my mother was talking about, her journey is ongoing. She's been changing things, as she goes along. So that is what I'm trying to press in today is if you start feeling overwhelmed with holistic, it's like, oh, that's too much. That's I got to change this. I got to change. You've got to do it for you. You've got to do it for you. So if you have to do a little at a time, and that was the purpose of the 120 days to a happy new you, is to do a little bit at a time and to get educated about each area, each habit that you could switch to a healthy habit. Well, you learn about that habit first. And that way, usually when you know about something more so, then you're more inclined to make the change. So that's why we have a week long of each habit. Okay, so let's go over the support system, the things that we could support our bodies with. Eat whole, nutrient-dense foods, leafy greens, fruits, healthy fats. Okay, we know that. Stay hydrated. Water helps flush the toxins. So we've discussed hydration so many times. Stay hydrated. If you don't like water, then you've got the coconut water. You've got the hydrating fruits and vegetables. You've got lettuce. You have cucumbers, just different things that you could eat. Watermelon. So there's no excuse. If you don't like water, then there are other things that you can eat that can also help you flush these things. Now, there was something that I saw. The guide for the water is like half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, then you would drink 50 ounces of water a day. And another guide was, they said if your urine, now what I had heard was they said if your urine was clear, but I saw something else where they said if your urine is just light yellow, then that's good. So if you're not, calculating how much you're supposed to have, at least look in the toilet and see If your urine is bright yellow, or hopefully it's not orange or any other color, but if it's a real light yellow, then that's how it should be. Like really, really faint. Like you just put one little tiny drop of yellow dye in a big toilet. So something like that. Because they were saying about, if it's clear, then it's the electrolytes that you're losing, so not to drink too much water. But I didn't research that further, but I would suggest you look into it further as well. Move your body. Exercise stimulates circulation and lymphatic drainage. This helps the body so much. And I've mentioned this before with my dog as the example. Said it before, so if anybody didn't hear it, here it goes. So my dog is older. She's about 90-something too. So she formed this lump on her leg, and when I researched it to find out what it was, they called it, I think, a lumpus. And they said that it could become cancerous if it gets stiff and hard. If it's loose, it's okay because it's not sticking to the body. It's not stuck. So there was a point where it got hard. It got really hard really fast. It got big really fast too, and that's what had me nervous. I'm like, oh man, because I sure can't take her for any kind of surgery or anything, so let me find out what I can do for her to help her heal her body. Well, when I did the research on it, first of all, I had to change her diet. She was eating, dry kibble. I had to change it to raw meat, and with vegetables. There were different types of vegetables that that's good for dogs. I changed her diet, and then the other thing, which I find also extremely important, is taking her walking. So every time I take her walking, I could tell, like, she still has the lump. I haven't felt it recently, actually. Let me see, she's right here. Yeah, it's like really, really faint. I could barely feel it. But when I take her walking, I notice the lump gets smaller and it gets more fleshy. Whereas if I hadn't taken her in a while, then it starts getting bigger. So we had, Vanessa was on the call one time, and she mentioned the same thing with her. Like she had a lump somewhere, and she started doing some exercise, and it went away. So if you guys see lumps or you feel lumps or something, just take it into your hands, eat what you know you're supposed to eat, and start doing some exercise. That bouncing exercise is really good. You're just bouncing on your tippy toes, just like you're standing, like, somebody that needs to go use the bathroom, I guess. Just bouncing on your tippy toes. That's it, like kids do. Okay, reduce exposure to toxins, processed foods, chemicals, and pollution. Pollution is kind of hard to avoid, but processed foods, we can avoid eating junk food. That's basically it. If it comes in a package, it's processed. I'm not talking about the one in produce. Sometimes they package those. I know Walmart's been doing that lately, packaging their celery and things like that. But not that. Packaged foods, like if it doesn't look like what it looked like when it came out of the ground or when it was grown, then it's processed. So if you ask, what about a fig Newton? It's processed because it does not look like a fig anymore. No matter what it has, if it says, oh yeah, it's an onion ring, oh well, there's onion in it. No, it's processed. It's been fried, it's been battered, and all this other kind of stuff. So stay away from these things when you're trying to heal your body. Okay? So now this is a little different from the balance. Once you're balanced, then you could play with some things here and there. Okay? So it's better to be able to play with a little bit and, do the things that you enjoy and do the holistic eating, as opposed to, oh no, this is too much, I'm not going to do it. I got to eat my food. I got to eat my this and that. Okay, if that's the attitude that you have, then it's best to eat the healthy food and just balance these things that you really like. Okay? Now, ideally, it's best to, personally, this is my personal opinion about it, it's best to go plant-based. That's what I feel. But that's for me. That is for my body. it's best to go plant-based for me, because I know I feel my best whenever I'm going plant-based. Okay, let's see. So here's some more. Natural detox methods. So these are things that you can do just anytime, okay? Lemon water. So when you're drinking your water, just squeeze a little lemon in there. You can do a little lime too. It supports digestion and liver function. Herbal teas like dandelion, ginger, and peppermint. It aids in the detoxification process. Dry brushing and sweating. So, of course, we know how to sweat. Dry brushing, you just get a brush. They have these body brushes, and you could just brush your body. It stimulates lymphatic drainage. There's also this, I was doing this Qigong exercise, and the lady was doing a lymphatic cleansing, basically with the Qigong exercise, and she was tapping her body, like, she used her fist, and she was like hitting, softly hitting her body just up and down, like her leg, the side of her legs, and then she would tap the side of her body. It was very interesting. I did it. It felt good, actually. So if anybody's interested, I'll find the video and send it to you. Also, fasting and gut health protocols resets digestion. So I'm sure you guys have heard of the intermittent fasting, where you could fast from at night, like maybe 8 o'clock you stop eating and you start eating again at 12. That helps to reset the digestion, along with other fasts as well. Okay, now the mind-body connection. Now, those of you that know me know that this is my favorite thing. Mind-body connection. Emotional health impacts physical health. Stress and negative emotions can manifest as illness. So if you've ever seen, and I've questioned this because I question everything. So there was a lady that was eating healthy and, just doing the right things, exercising and all that, and then she died of cancer. And I think it was Paul McCartney's wife. And I'm like, well, how did she get cancer? How did that happen? And I just could not understand it. And after being on the Sunshine Call, I realized that your mind is so powerful. It's just as powerful as our body. You can be doing everything just right, but if you're constantly thinking these negative things and you're hating other people and you're, feeling guilty or shame, that's just like eating a bunch of trash, because your mind is putting it in your body, and then you could wind up with some kind of inflammation from that. So chronic stress can lead to inflammation, hormone imbalances, and immune dysfunction. Mindfulness, deep breathing, and gratitude can support healing. Now, if you guys have tried that, then you'll completely agree with it, because the deep breathing and the mindfulness and the gratitude, it really can change your frame of mind. If I wake up in the morning and I do my deep breathing, I do my mindfulness, and I do the gratitude, then I have the best day. Even when things don't work out right, I still have the best day, because whatever didn't work out, it's not stressing me, and I'm coming up with ways. It might stress me for that second, but I easily come up with a way of fixing it. And even if I don't fix it, I'm okay with it, because I know, because of the gratitude, because of the mindfulness, I know God is on my side. I know it's going to be worked out. Whereas if I'm not doing these things and I'm just living in a state of stress, then anything that pops up is going to stress me more. There was a point in time, and you guys know about it, back in the day when I used to stress all the time, I wound up having a stroke. I was just stressed. It was like one stress after the next, after the next, after the next, just piling on top of each other. And my body's warning sign was a stroke. So, and I'm sure I had a lot of warning signs before that, but I was ignoring them because I had so much stress going on. Okay, so positive thoughts and self-care create a healing environment in the body. So positive thoughts and self-care. So just think for a second, what do you think about throughout the day? What kind of things do you think about? And I just want to pause for just a minute because I want you to really think about it. What do you think about during the day? If you want to open up and share it, please feel free. Think about the majority of the day. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about your bills? Are you thinking about money or the lack of money? Are you thinking about your children? Are you worried about work? Thinking about your coworkers? How you can't stand them? Or your job? How they're unfair? What are you thinking about? Or are you thinking about how beautiful the day is? Are you thinking about how good you feel today? Are you thinking about how much you love your family? Are you thinking about, oh my God, this water tastes so good? Are you thinking about how wonderful it is to be able to go into a grocery store and just pick up groceries and not have to go hunting and gathering out in the jungles or out in the forest somewhere? We can find every little thing to appreciate. Do you think about, even though your car stops on you on the road sometimes, that you have some transportation to get back and forth? Some people have no transportation at all. So there's so many things to be grateful for. If you have an income, that's something to be grateful for. There was a point in time when both my husband and I both lost our job at the same time because we worked for the same place. We both lost our job. And even though we had unemployment for a minute, the employment ran out. And I think at the end of the unemployment, we had like little jobs but there was a point where there was no money at all coming in. So just think about the little bit that you may have, just be grateful for that. So there's so much to be thankful for. If you were able to listen to this, be grateful for that because some people can't hear. If you can see this, be grateful for that because some people can't see. If you can understand what I'm saying, be grateful for that because some people can't even think properly. So just some things to think about. All right, start listening to your body. Your body is always communicating. Listen, respond, and make changes. Somebody's body is probably talking to them right now. Pay attention to warning signs and act early. Don't wait until you've been having a headache for 5 years and now you want to try to do something about it. Catch it in the beginning. If you are having a headache, do something about it. Your body is trying to tell you something. You're probably dehydrated. Drink some water. Could be something else. Check what you're eating. Make gradual lifestyle changes for long-term health. And that's why we have the 120 days, so that it's a gradual change. You don't have to just rush in there and because I know how difficult that is. I'm no expert at that myself. So I know I can come from where the people on this call, everybody, I can come from the same place where the Sunshine family is coming from. I understand the struggles, and I can reach out and try to help with what needs to be helped with. I know it's difficult to just jump in there and just change your diet and start eating nothing but plant-based. I know it's difficult you've been sedentary all your life or the past 20 years and be told, okay, well, you got to just go exercise. It's not easy. So that's the reason for Sunshine and Wellness, so that we can assist with that, so that we can create programs that will help to make this lifestyle fun and enjoyable and something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Keep a journal of symptoms and improvements. A very wise idea is to write down, if you have like issues with your body, is to write down everything you eat every day, and the next day write down the symptoms that you're having. Start eliminating certain things from your diet that you think might be causing it. Now, the best way to do it is to go ahead and do raw fruits and vegetables, and then as your body detoxes itself, then you start off adding food back to it one at a time. See how it affects your body, and then you know, okay, well, this I can eat. This is not causing anything. And then try something else, see how it affects your body, and go from there. But if you cannot, if you struggle with doing the raw, then I would suggest do that journal and compare it with the symptoms. Commit to a holistic self-care and lifelong wellness. This is not just a temporary thing. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling this today, so I'm going to get on Sunshine and Wellness and see about how to get rid of that. Or I'm going to, eat healthy for this week, and then after it goes away, I'm going to go ahead and indulge in what I'm doing already. And I guess the question I have to ask you, because maybe that's okay with you, and I need you to ask yourself, are you okay with feeling ill? And that may seem like a dumb question, but people say there are no dumb questions, whether you believe that or not. Are you okay with feeling ill? Are you okay with chronic headaches? Are you okay with feeling arthritis? Are you okay with your joints hurting or your knees? You can't stand up too long because your knee hurts. Are you okay with that? If you're okay with that, then keep doing what you're doing. If you're not okay with that and you want to move around like my mother was moving around on that video at 91 years old, then it's time for a change. It's time for a change, and these are the things that you could do to change so that you can be dancing, and when we start doing our line dancing, you can come join us, and you can go enjoy your family. If you have grandkids or children, you can go outside and enjoy them. You don't have to just sit inside in pain and misery. You don't have to feel sick, no matter how old you are. We were taught that, when you get this age, that's when, you start getting arthritis and you start getting this. No, that is not the case. It's not true. It's not true. We've been told a lie. We've been told a lie, and it's time for us to right that wrong. The power to heal is within you. It's within each and every one of us. We have little doctors inside of us that's constantly working on our bodies, but we need to help it. We need to help those doctors. Because as long as we're feeding it whatever we want to feed it or whatever we just want to eat, then the doctors get overwhelmed. They get overwhelmed, and we're just constantly just pushing stuff on them, and they're trying to heal stuff, and it's kind of like that show with I Love Lucy, on that conveyor belt. They had all those little chocolates going through. It was too many, and then she started eating all of them. I have a chart here that has a few things of the body warning signs that I wanted to go through. So the body warning sign, fatigue and brain fog, what does that mean? It means that there's toxin buildup, dehydration, poor gut health. And how do you fix that? Drink more water, eat whole foods, reduce sugar, and get quality sleep. That's for fatigue and brain fog. Okay, so how do we fix skin issues, acne, rashes, eczema? It's because of It could possibly be because of overloaded liver inflammation and inflammation. Detox the liver, eat anti-inflammatory foods, and reduce dairy and sugar. Okay? So the anti-inflammatory foods, of course, would be fruits and vegetables. Digestive problems, bloating and constipation. It could mean poor gut health, dehydration, and stress. How do you fix that? Increase your fiber, drink herbal teas, and reduce processed foods. Frequent illness, colds and infections. You get sick all the time. What it means is a weakened immune system or high stress. How do you fix that? Boost immune system with vitamin C, zinc, and adaptogens. So joint pain and stiffness, what is that? What does that mean? Chronic inflammation, poor circulation. How do you fix it? Reduce processed foods, increase movement, and stay hydrated. I know Sunshine used to say that not to eat white potatoes because it helped to cause stiffness, like arthritis. So he said of white potatoes, to stay away from the white potatoes. Okay, so headaches and migraines. What does that mean? It means dehydration, food sensitivities, and high stress. Those are the possibilities. And how do you fix that? Drink more water, identify food triggers, that's with that journal, and practice stress relief techniques like meditation, breathing, that type of thing. Yoga is good for that. Okay, and that's all I have. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions or any thoughts, it would be a good time to bring that up now. And like I said earlier, we have the 120 Days to a Happy New You program that's going on now. And you'll have valuable insights on well-being and simple ways to maintain a healthy lifestyle effortlessly. Now, I'm not pushing a program that costs because it's absolutely free. I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm not doing this for my own sake. I'm doing it for you guys. Now, this program will cost later. Later on, after we, perfect it, we will start charging for it in the future. But right now, it's absolutely free. It's 120 days, and each week you have a brand new habit that we focus on. We started with breathing because breathing is most important. If we didn't breathe, then we would just die immediately. Water, we could live a bit longer without water. We can live a little bit longer without fruits and vegetables, but breath, air, we would die immediately. So, okay, so the 120 days, if you're interested, let me know, and we'll have it on GroupMe, so if you want to join that, it's not too late. It's on GroupMe, it's on a different GroupMe chat, and it goes all the way back to day one. So if you want to start the program and go through it on your own, then that's fine. Each day we continue to add a week. Let's see. You will have, like maybe sometimes we have videos. We may have articles about something. And we'll encourage you just to read. It only takes like 5 minutes. I try not to put it any longer than 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to read something about your body, your health. Your body, you are worth it. You're worth it. 5 minutes. So it's set up to where there's no excuse. There's no excuse. If you're not doing it, it's just because you don't want to. Because there's really no excuse. Surely we could take out, and not everybody needs this kind of program. They can do it on their own. But these are for the people that have some kind of illness or ailment and are not getting healed. Some things just aren't working. They're not eating right. They can't seem to eat right. Um, well, this program is set up for that, to help you do it slowly. You can learn little more and little more about it. So I'm hoping that this message has hit home, where holistic does not have to be in this box of, somebody looking, like a certain way, skinny, um, just constantly eating nuts and berries, constantly working out. It doesn't have to be that. If that works for that person, that's great. But if that's not the lifestyle that you want to live, then live your best holistic life. Live your best holistic life. Listen to your body. Listen to to the God that's within you. No matter what religion you are, the God that lives inside of you guides you and tells you what works for you and tells you what's best and what's not best. We just need to listen. Now, the key is, are we able to listen? Now, when the God inside of you is talking to you, are you listening? Or can you even hear it? Now, for those of you that may be wondering, well, how does that sound? I don't understand. It's as simple as hearing the voice in your head, your thoughts. Now, the key is, when you're doing your meditation or you're sitting quietly, or even when you're doing something and you just have a question and you're asking, okay, so, what am I going to do about that? So, all that to say, is as simple as a thought. If you get a thought to call somebody, then that's probably God within you telling you to call that person. If you get a thought to forgive somebody, then most likely that's God telling you to forgive somebody. These are in line with the Bible. Whether you follow the Bible or not, it's in line with what's good. God is love, and these things are in line with love. Then you know it's God. So you might hear something about your own body, or you might hear something about, okay, no, don't leave the house right now. Or you may lose your keys, or you may, something's detaining you. Then don't get upset. Don't get mad about it. Just trust that, okay, well, I guess there's a reason I'm supposed to be late to that meeting. I guess there's a reason for me to be, getting on the highway later. God is with us always, within us, no matter what religion you are. There's a higher source. If you feel uncomfortable with God, there's a higher being inside of you that is leading and guiding you. And the way you can really tap in is through meditation or through being still, doing something you love. If you're outside gardening and you're just not thinking, you're just gardening or doing your thing, this is the time where God could talk to you. If you play the bass, or if you play the guitar, or if you're playing a sport or something and you're enjoying yourself, this is the time God could talk to you. God could talk to you all day, every day. But sometimes it's easier to hear it when you're doing something you enjoy. But when you're doing things that are not enjoyable, when you're hating somebody, when you're feeling ashamed of something, and do you guys know that shame and guilt is the lowest vibration out there? Shame and guilt. Oh, I didn't exercise today. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. I feel so shameful. No, don't feel guilty and shameful about that. You just didn't get to do it. Do it now. Do it tomorrow. Stop feeling shameful and guilty about stuff. You don't have to feel shame and guilt about stuff. Let's say you did something that was just wrong, extremely wrong. There's always a time to fix it. There's always a time to fix it. If you stole from somebody, there's a time you could fix it. There are things you can do to fix it. This is when you would want to go inside and find out the best route. You can go and apologize. You can go and redeem yourself. If it's too late for that, then do something that makes you feel like you're fixing the problem. Let's say you stole from a store back when you were little and you feel shame about that. Do something for somebody. Give to some people that are in need. Just do something. Don't just feel shameful and guilty about stuff, even from your childhood. Let that go. Let that go. God is not holding that against you. We've been taught that, but it's not true. God loves us. Just like the best example is you and your children. Or if you don't have any children, you and your parents. Hopefully you had loving parents. I always use the example, if my children did something, some heinous crime, would I turn my back on them and hate them? Would I just point my finger at them? Oh, you're just horrible, you're horrible. No, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. My thing would be, okay, let's see how we could resolve this. And that's how God is. God loves us no matter what. No matter what. And just like our body repairs us, God is the same. God repairs our mind. God repairs different things going on with us. But not when we're in a state where we're angry all the time, because you can't hear. God is ready to heal. And when I say God, our inner gods, our inner God, because we have the power within. It's within us. So you don't have to go drive somewhere to talk to God. You don't have to drive somewhere or be somewhere. God is going with you everywhere. Even when you go to the club, God is still in there. Your inner God is still there with you, no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing. So, everybody, thank you for tuning in with us and hanging in to the end. I pray all of you guys have a beautiful day. And whatever you do, if you accomplish one thing today, do something that you love. Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you next time.